Hello there, Kevin here with another episode of the Feel Good English Podcast. Today we have a Q&A Saturday episode answering questions from listeners just like you, because I know what you look like. They look just like you. And today I'm going to answer a question that 2 listeners sent me in the same week. So obviously, this is a question on many listeners' mind. I want to thank Nafira from Indonesia and Stalin. I don't know where that person is from. I assume it's not the Russian dictator Stalin. First of all, because he's been dead a long time. Secondly, I don't think he cared much about English. Anyway, their question is how to speak English effectively. How to become an effective English speaker. Precise and effective and competent with your English speaking. So that's the question I'm going to answer today. And if you want to learn more about any of this and get free transcripts to episodes, go to feelgoodenglish.com. You'll find more information there. And I don't give transcripts to Q&A episodes right now because I don't really want you to learn every word from these. These Q&A episodes are more about answering questions and you being able to get the one message or the one lesson from this question. So you don't need to understand every single word in this episode. Hopefully you get the main idea and you get the main answer to the questions being asked. Okay? So let's get into the question. So again, Nafira and Stalin asked, how do we speak effectively? So when I hear this question, what do I think it means? Speaking effectively, and I'm also relating this to my own experience with speaking a foreign language, you want to be able to say exactly what you want to say and to express your opinions and your feelings as easily and quickly as possible, right? This is kind of how language works. We don't want to spend a long time saying the same things, using the same words, saying too many things. We want to be able to get our point across effectively, quickly, and with precision. So let me tell you about the problem with this question. What are we doing here? We're focusing on the result, the end result. I think the end result of learning a language would be to speak effectively. That's great. That's not really the problem. The problem is where you are now, not speaking effectively, in your opinion, and where you want to be in the end, which is speaking effectively. So you get frustrated and you try to find methods from all over the internet, from teachers, from other learners. Who's got the best plan? Who's got the best course? What do I need to do? Where do I need to travel to? How much money do I need to spend? All of these questions come up in your mind of how do I get to become an effective speaker in the future. So there's a big gap between now and your result. There's a big space. Gap is like a space, like a open space or an empty area. There's a big gap between now and your result. So that's frustrating. You don't know how to get to the result you're looking for. That's where the problem comes. So first of all, it is good to think big. You want to have big dreams. You want to think big. I will become a confident, powerful, effective English speaker someday. Don't get me wrong, that is important. However, we need to really spend time focusing on the process. And this comes down to daily actions. And you're wondering, well, what do I do? What's the most important? What's the best way to do this? You know what? This is one of the major problems in language learning. Everybody thinks somebody else has the answer for them. They have the best course. They have the best idea. They have the best methods. And that's all bullshit. You have to find what you enjoy, what's fun for you, what's inspiring for you, what makes you feel good, what keeps you happy learning English. You have to find these methods, these things that you like to do. And don't try to force yourself to do other things. And that's the problem with schools. They try to give you these methods in these books and say, this is how you learn, but it's not for everyone. Most people don't learn that way. And they try to force you to learn that way. And of course, you're going to get disappointed and bored and stop. So focusing on the process, finding activities and things that you like to do will get you to the end result of becoming an effective speaker. Some examples: reading books, listening to podcasts like the wonderful Feel Good English podcast. Have you ever heard of that one? Watching movies, speaking with native speakers online, chatting with native speakers online, teaching beginners English if you find people that are just starting to learn, you teach them. Or maybe you like studying textbooks, maybe you like English courses. Keep doing that. Find what works for you. Focus on the process. Focus on the daily actions you can take to get you to your end result. Speaking effectively comes from daily connection with English. Let me repeat that. Speaking English effectively comes from your daily connection with English. And to maintain this daily connection, you have to find ways to have fun with it, or else you won't continue to do it. Has this happened before? You start something for a week or two, you're motivated. After those couple weeks, it gets boring and you stop. Simply find what works for you and learn how to learn in an enjoyable way. Spend your time looking for enjoyable exercises and enjoyable methods. Enjoyable meaning fun. It's subjective. Everybody has their own opinions. Have you noticed that? Even I have my own opinions. This isn't for everybody, but for some people, it is. You have to become more self-aware. We've talked about self-awareness. Figure out what you like. Be yourself. Find your own path to speaking English effectively. Spend time on that. Don't spend time on the boring shit. Find the fun stuff. Inspire, motivate, learn. Bam! So that's it for today. I hope this helped you. Got a little emotional in this one because it is important. This is a very important point in English learning. And I thank you again, Nafira and Stalin, for this question. If anybody has doubts on what they can do to learn effectively, send me an email at kevin@feelgoodenglish.com or just go to my website, www.feelgoodenglish.com. Go to the bottom of the website and you will see a contact form. Easy peasy. Send me a message and tell me about yourself, and I can give you some ideas on how you might find fun exercises for learning English. Focus on fun. Focus on inspiration. Focus on becoming a better person. And do this in English. And watch yourself become an effective speaker. See you next time. Bye-bye.